Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're doing something I'm super excited about. We're pulling back the curtain on a system that dictates what literally billions of people watch every single day. We're going to uncover the hidden machinery behind YouTube's massive recommendation engine. You know, if you've ever wondered how certain things truly go viral, or why a specific topic completely takes over your homepage while other incredibly well-made stuff just vanishes into the digital void, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break this whole mystery down into clear, understandable pieces. But before we really get into the nuts and bolts, it's kind of wild to just think about this number for a second. 500. Every single minute of every single day, over 500 hours of new video are uploaded to YouTube. To put that into perspective, just while I'm speaking this exact sentence to you right now, thousands of new uploads are flooding in from every corner of the globe. It's this massive, relentlessly expanding library, right? And it desperately needs sorting, organizing, and delivering to the exact right people. So with that completely overwhelming volume of content just constantly pouring in, it begs a really fascinating question. How does the platform actually decide which ones explode with millions of views and which ones almost nobody sees? Like, is it just random luck, a roll of the dice? Does it all just come down to who has the biggest subscriber count? Or is there, maybe, a hidden, deliberate system working quietly behind the scenes to pull the strings and pick the winners? Okay, let's dive into this. The answer, of course, is the YouTube algorithm. But hold on, we need to clear something up right out of the gate. People often picture this algorithm as some sort of mysterious, unfair computer program that randomly dictates success or failure based on arbitrary rules. Actually, scratch that. It's not like that at all. Instead, I want you to think of it as an incredibly advanced, highly intelligent AI library assistant. In literally a fraction of a second, this assistant analyzes your unique watch history, your past behavior, and your specific interest, and then matches you with the exact thing you're most likely to enjoy right at that moment. It's a matchmaker, not a gatekeeper. And honestly, if you take only one thing away from our time together today, it absolutely should be this massive reframe. The algorithm doesn't actually care how many subscribers you have. No way. Whether you're a brand new creator uploading your very first piece of content or a massive channel with 10 million loyal subs, its primary goal is remarkably simple. It follows the audience. The algorithm just wants to keep individual viewers highly satisfied, engaged, and watching stuff they find genuinely valuable. It serves the viewer, not the creator. So you might be wondering, how exactly does a computer know if a human being is actually satisfied? Right? It can't read our minds, so it watches how we behave. YouTube measures this satisfaction through 5 core behavioral signals. This goes from the very moment you see a thumbnail and decide to click, which is click-through rate, to how long you actually stay, which covers watch time and audience retention, all the way to your overall viewer satisfaction and total session time. Every single click, every second watched, and every comment provides undeniable mathematical proof of value to the platform. Section 1. Decoding viewer signals. The first impression. Before a viewer can ever fall in love with what they're watching, they have to actually click on it. Your thumbnail and title act exactly like the front cover of a book on an incredibly crowded shelf. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how YouTube measures that first impression, through click-through rate, or CTR. Let's look at the math for a second here. Imagine your thumbnail is shown on the homepage 10,000 times. Okay, those are your impressions. If 800 people see that cover and decide to actually click, you have an 8% CTR. This sends a loud, clear signal to the system that your packaging successfully caught people's attention amidst a total sea of options. But, and this is absolutely crucial, getting the click is really only step 1. We've all seen people try to game the system with shocking, misleading clickbait. And sure, people might click out of sheer curiosity, but if the actual content doesn't match the promise made by the thumbnail, what happens? Boom, the viewer leaves instantly. This completely destroys long-term trust, and the algorithm quickly learns to stop recommending it, no matter how many initial clicks it got. A great thumbnail gets them through the door, for sure, but a great experience is what actually keeps them in the room. Section 2. Decoding viewer signals. Earning the watch time. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it highlights arguably the most critical part of the entire system. Because like we said, a click means absolutely nothing if they don't stay. Let's look at how the AI weighs 2 very different scenarios. Take video A. It generated a massive 100,000 clicks, but everyone bails after half a minute because it just didn't deliver. Then look at video B. It has less than half the clicks, only 40,000, but viewers are locked in for 10 straight minutes. YouTube heavily prefers video B. Why? Well, because video B keeps people happily engaged on the platform for much, much longer. It proves there's genuine substance there. So why do people leave early? It's a question you constantly have to ask because literally every single second matters when measuring audience retention. Today's audiences are incredibly unforgiving. If they leave during that crucial first minute, the system immediately assumes it simply didn't meet their expectations, and it just stops pushing it out to new people. Viewers usually bail early for a few common reasons, like a slow, dragging intro that takes way too long to get to the point, terrible audio quality that makes it hard to listen, or plain old repetitive content. But successful creators combat this by constantly giving viewers a reason to stay. They build intrigue by asking engaging questions right up front. They tease upcoming reveals, so you just have to stick around. They use smooth transitions and dynamic visual changes, like switching between B-roll, slick animations, and different camera angles. And they ruthlessly cut out unnecessary pauses to get straight to the action. They are literally fighting for the viewer's attention every single second. Section 3. Demystifying growth. How videos go viral. We've all seen it happen, right? Something explodes overnight, seemingly out of thin air, and completely takes over the internet. But as we've learned, it's not random luck. Let's move to this slide and see how this actually builds. It is a very deliberate algorithmic process. First, YouTube tests the newly uploaded content by showing it to a small, highly targeted group of likely fans. Second, it intensely measures their performance using those exact viewer signals we just talked about. Did they click? Did they watch? Did they stay? If those signals come back highly positive, boom, we hit step 3. YouTube expands the audience to a slightly larger group. If that new group also responds well, the cycle violently repeats, spiraling up the staircase from 1,000 views to 100,000, straight to millions. And knowing how this testing cycle works completely busts one of the biggest myths out there. The idea that you need millions of established subscribers to go viral. That is simply not true. It is actually a very level playing field. Because the system runs on this continuous testing cycle, brand new creators with 0 subscribers can, and absolutely do, reach massive audiences all the time. Provided, of course, that their content generates those strong, positive behavioral signals from that very first test group. So if we look at what actually makes it to the top of that viral staircase, they almost always share these 4 specific traits. They combine an attention-grabbing thumbnail with a curiosity-driven title to earn that initial click, without resorting to cheap clickbait. Then they immediately back it up with excellent audience retention and genuinely enjoyable, shareable content to earn the watch time. This right here is the exact, undeniable combination the algorithm loves because it perfectly aligns with human psychology. Which really brings us to the ultimate question that gets asked all the time. Can you beat the YouTube algorithm? The direct answer is no. But more importantly, you shouldn't even try. The algorithm is not some enemy designed to stop you. It's a matchmaking engine designed to help your ideal audience find you. Trying to trick it is just a fundamental misunderstanding of what the whole shebang is built to do. If you truly want to grow, you have to work alongside the engine. Start by genuinely solving a problem or answering a burning question for someone. Take the extra time to design clear, eye-catching thumbnails that act as great book covers. Write titles that spark genuine curiosity. Fight for your viewers' engagement from the very first second to the absolute finish line. And above all, just be consistent. Treat every single upload as a chance to learn from your analytics and figure out what your audience truly wants. So the crucial point is this. No matter how incredibly advanced the AI becomes, it cannot turn a poorly made, uninteresting upload into a lasting success. Its entire core purpose is to measure human satisfaction. Therefore, chasing the algorithm is a complete waste of time. Focus entirely on being undeniably satisfying to the viewer. Create things people genuinely want to watch, and the algorithm will inevitably do the rest. I'll leave you with this thought. If the machine's only job is to figure out what humans love, maybe the best way to hack the algorithm is to just be better at connecting with humans. So the next time you put something out there, or even just click on something to watch, ask yourself, what human connection are you going to build today?